the same New Jersey town. Two of their students, Felix Sanchez, who's already fought and won in 5 professional fights, and Anthony Rodriguez, now check it out, an autistic savant who fights with magic from within. Watch out, he's in trouble here, I think so.
Judge, I want to object, but it's more that I'm confused. Could you instruct Mr. Carroll to stop staring at my client?
Mr. Carroll. Mr. Carroll, are we going to continue?
He's the guy. He's the guy you saw bludgeoning the victim when you arrived at the party?
Bludgeoning? No, not bludgeoning. He was punching the one kid who was punching him back.
Please let the court reflect that Officer Tantino just identified the defendant.
So reflected.
So let me get this straight. When you arrived at the party, you and Sergeant Radinsky had to physically separate Pello from the victim.
Yeah, I had to grab one kid and Sergeant Radinsky grabbed the other kid. They weren't locked in mortal combat fighting to the death. These are two young kids that had a little scuffle at the house.
No further questions, officer.
You know, you're really exaggerating what happened here, Counselor.
I said no more questions.
Officer, you can't just offer statements on your own.
That means you're done. You don't make speeches. You understand?
But of course, now the defense can cross-examine you, Miss Rodriguez.
So, Officer Tantino, you seem to have more testimony. What exactly did happen?
We didn't make any arrests and no complaints were signed, but the victim in this case decided to pursue the matter in court after speaking with Mr. Carroll here, who I believe is not only the prosecutor, but is also his martial arts sensei.
I object, Your Honor.
Yeah, I guess since he didn't train his student well enough to defend himself in the street, figured he'd have another chance at winning.
Tantino, you got way too
I'm looking for justice. What are you looking for, Counselor?
So 3 guys are at a party arguing about who's got the best memory.
God help me.
First guy says, I remember my mother putting on my diaper. Second guy says, I remember being born. Third guy says, that's nothing. I remember going to a party with my father and coming home with my mother.
Oh, God, that's almost as funny as why did the pothead cross the road?
Who else would follow a chicken?
Hang on. Yeah, Detective Tony. Right. Right, gotcha, thank you. Woods is on his way to the barn, and Nick is on his way after him.
We're off like a prom dress.
Oh, please, God, you're so terrible. Just come with me.
Hey, corned special today, Nick?
Nah, not here for lunch today.
Oh, here for Bobby?
That scumbag's inside, right? Oh, here we go. Hey, baby, how's it going? Bobby Woods. Got a warrant for your arrest. Looks like possession of cocaine with the intent to distribute it. That's ugly. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Sure, Nick.
Don't move.
What? Drop the goddamn knife! Don't do it, Bobby! Drop the knife! Bobby!
Just relax, don't hurt her. You never could fight like a man, could you?
What is the greatest American pastime? Is it hockey?
No, Sensei!
Is it soccer?
No, Sensei!
Is it even football?
No, Sensei!
What is the greatest American pastime, Frank?
Baseball, Sensei!
That's right. Why is it baseball, Megan?
It's statistics, Sensei!
That's right. It's statistics.
Stat!
70 home runs, Sensei!
150 RBI, Sensei!
300 strikeouts, Sensei! 30 wins, Sensei!
400 batting average, Sensei!
And is this a game?
No, Sensei.
Is what we do here a pastime?
No, Sensei! This is real! It's our way of life!
And you know what happens when you don't properly train? This could happen to you at a party. This could happen to you at a bar. This could happen to you on the street. Man, get this little girl off my mat. Class, hut! Dan, Felix, full contact.
I know, don't start. I'm not even gonna ask. But it couldn't have happened to a more liberal judge.
Officer Tantino!
Chief's looking for you.
Officer Tantino, Sandra Chilton. I represent Judge Dimitro.
What can I do for you, Miss Chilton?
Don't you think it's a tad disrespectful arresting the judge in his robes?
Disrespectful. I let him put it on.
I don't understand.
The only thing that Judge was wearing when I found him was that gag in his mouth and nothing else.
Oh, now that is ridiculous.
You got something to say, Judge?
The state Supreme Court has put our free speech rights in jeopardy. I've done all that I can in the courtroom. Now, I'm taking it to the streets. Gagged and naked is how they have left us, so gagged and naked is how I will be. Officer, put that gag back in my mouth.
Oh, Judge.
And besides, I'm the most muscular judge on the planet. Have you seen the size of my arms and my chest and everything else?
All right, that's it. I don't want to hear about your physique. Let's go. Hey.
Hey, Chief wants you, Nick.
I bet the chief is livid about this arrest.
Why is it that you have to get suspended so many times?
I'm being suspended for speaking the truth in court?
How about Zane Carroll, Nick? Why do you want to embarrass this guy? He's part of our team.
He's a dangerous person.
He's a powerful person, Nick.
You have any idea how badly I'd like to kick his ass?
You couldn't.
Yeah, sure.
Zane Carroll wants your head in a basket. I'm not gonna give it to him, of course, because you're my boy.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. I have a new assignment for you. A little change of scenery, Nick. At the high school.
Oh, how much can you bench press?
Really?
Come on, what's your bench? I would say 300 pounds?
Yeah.
So if you had to pick one of these kids who'd become a murderer, who would it be?
I don't know. Shouldn't you be doing something about that? Is it my job to stop them?
I don't think so. Face off again! So what's your job here?
I have no idea.
Anybody tell me, who are some of the major players in the courtroom in the criminal justice system? It could be a man or a woman who sits at the bench.
Come on, guys. He's the one who makes all the decisions.
He's the judge.
Right.
I know because my mom just paid him a lot of fines for drunk driving.
Thank you, Juan. I think that's more than we need to know.
Oh, yeah, there's also a lot of pigs in the court, too.
I think the men and women in blue have a more proper name.
Police officers. Yes. I think what Juan meant to say was police officers. Now, Anthony, I bet that you know a lot about the courtroom, with your sister being a lawyer.
Anthony, can you help us out?
I bet you she's in the court all the time, right? Cassie is a defense attorney. Anthony, do you want to try and tell us what she does in the courtroom?
He's not going to answer you, Miss Gauze. He never does.
Okay.
We all might be a little slow in here, but Anthony, that's a real moron.
What?
Hey, we don't like new kids in our school, especially real stupid ones that don't talk.
Okay, get up and go to the vice principal's office.
What, you taking a dummy side, Miss Gauze? That's enough, Juan. Let's go. I don't need to be here.
Leave.
Excuse me. Get out.
Okay, leave.
I hope you enjoy your last few moments here alone, Nick.
You obviously have a point. Why don't you make it?
I'm buying the school. I outbid you.
How do you get a fat girl in bed? Piece of cake.
Good one, Dutch. You and I, we're under contract, right?
Yes, we are.
No. That's for the building. Stevie Ray, he owns the martial arts school. And I just offered him 10 more larger than Nicky boy here.
You know what a crying shame is? A crying shame is a busload of lawyers going over a cliff with two empty seats.
Yeah, I've never heard that one before.
Don't pretend you got a sense of humor. Stevie's been bullshitting you, Mr. Prosecutor. I've got a lien on the school for failure to pay rent. And the sale of the Hawthorne Institute of Martial Arts goes to... drumroll. Nick Tantino.
We'll see about that. Maybe in court.
Maybe.
Hey, we can settle this now.
Step on the mat, counselor.
No.
Okay, guys.
Appreciate you having my back. Means a lot, thanks.
Don't thank me. Pay me.
Got it.
Miss Gauze, I'm Cassie Rodriguez.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
You settling into New Jersey life all right? Must be a huge adjustment after living your whole life in Florida.
Oh, no, not my whole life. Anthony and I were actually both born in Manhattan. Then, after my parents died, we moved to Tampa. We lived with our grandmother, and then, unfortunately, she passed when I was just 19, so it's just been Anthony and I ever since then.
Well, I had no idea. I'm really sorry.
Oh, thank you. So how's Anthony doing?
Well, I'm
very glad we're having this meeting because I do have some serious concerns. Okay.
He hasn't connected with anyone. Not me, not my aide, Mr. Watson, not a single student.
Well, he just needs more time and then he'll warm up to a few students.
Well, we haven't seen even the slightest indication of that yet. I have yet to receive much information from his previous high school, but I see here that it says that his diagnosis is autism, not Asperger's.
No, doctors have said that he showed some signs of Asperger's, like high intelligence. I'm sure you've seen that in his schoolwork.
Yes, the high intelligence is very evident from his tests. And honestly, that's the main reason I have yet to refer him to an alternative school setting.
No, he doesn't need an alternative school setting. This is the right place for him. Trust me on this. At home, he's very organized, and he knows exactly what he needs to do for your class, and he speaks to me in full sentences the majority of the time. He will talk to you. He will communicate with you. He just needs a little bit more time.
Well, it's obvious that you know your brother better than anybody here. All right, we'll give him a little more time, say a month or so. But we really do need to see some social progress. At minimum, some more communication.
Thank you, Miss Gauze. I really appreciate it. And I'd be more than happy to be a guest speaker. Oh, that would be great. Yes, I think that will really help motivate Anthony. Yes, I do too. Thank you. And the capital of Maine is...
Augusta.
Right, Vermont.
Montpelier.
Good.
The capital of New Hampshire is Concord. The capital of Connecticut is Hartford. The capital of Rhode Island is Providence. New York, Albany, New
Very
Jersey,
good.
Trenton,
Keep
Pennsylvania,
going.
Harrisburg. The capital of Delaware is Dover. The capital of Maryland is Annapolis.
See, Anthony, this is what you need to do at school. Speak to people and complete sentences. Do you think you could try and do that?
I'm hungry. What's for dinner?
Hello, Nicholas.
Hey, Joe.
So, this is the place.
Yeah, this is it. Let me give you a tour.
Sure.
This is the weight room.
I can see that.
This is the women's change room, lockers and showers. You look good.
Thank you. So do you.
This is the men's room. Got some sweaty, athletic guys hanging out in there. See you spending some time in there.
Not funny, Nick.
Oh, and back there is just an unfinished area. I'm still working on it.
What are you gonna do with it?
Gonna finish it. Come on. Can't wait to show you this. This is the main fight room. It's where it's all gonna go down. Pretty nice, right?
It's a palace. Palace for you, Nicholas.
Joe, this is what I want. This is what I need.
What you need is to support me, your wife, and not spend our entire savings on a midlife crisis. How many students do you have?
It's not about students right now. It's about having a place to train, get back into shape, and fight professionally again.
Nick, that was 15 years ago. And are you kidding me? This entire place for just you?
Jill, you know what? I've had enough. I can't stay at my job. I don't want to be a cop anymore. Got me babysitting kids in high school. I just want to fight.
I'm not going down with you, Nick. I've stood by you through all your suspensions, through all your violence. Yeah, you've been a gentleman to me. But all your violence. And that one time long ago, how many women would have stood by you for that? No more. You've got a shower here. Move in. This is your new home. I came here hoping that I wouldn't have to give you this. It's over, Nick. Funny how you don't fight this.
Food, 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 food.
Anthony, you have to get along at school. You have to participate. Miss Gauze called my office. She wants me to be a guest speaker.
Guest speaker, good. Good, you will be a good guest speaker.
Anthony, they don't know about your past and what happened in Florida.
He's the brain man, but I'm gonna make it rain. I wanna see it, I wanna see it. Let's talk. Oh, one in a million, you goofy bastard. I make my shots nice. Let me tell you. Hold on. Yeah, I'm Tubby. Okay. But that's the dummy. Yeah. You are one moronic son of a bitch, aren't you? Yo. That's to wake you from your sleep. Estúpido. Idiota.
Hey, get off! That's it, I'm sorry, relax. Check it. Hey! Calm down. Relax. It's okay.
This is where it happened, over by this basket. Really, I've never seen anything quite like it before. So athletic, but brutal. He's autistic?
Yes, but he's not brutal.
Miss Rodriguez, when we spoke, you didn't tell me about Anthony's past, but today our principal did.
I have Anthony's files from South Tampa High School, 9th and 10th grades. 7 fights, 4 suspensions, 1 expulsion. 11th grade, well, half of it. 3 broken ribs, 1 broken nose, and several stitches. Mind you, that was 3 different boys. Now here's my favorite. The balance of 11th grade and 1 month of 12th grade at St. Joe's. 14 fights.
You don't have to say anything else, Dr. Kanchi.
Priests and nuns perhaps have a little bit more patience with their students. Maybe because they have a certain higher calling they're beholden to. As principal of a public high school, I have a different higher calling to deal with. A superintendent and a board of education. And they're worried about things like getting sued.
I could definitely see a lawsuit here. He mercilessly beat Felix and Juan. No provocation.
Excuse me? That's not accurate. You were there, and you know it didn't happen that way. Look, both of these kids were teasing Anthony, almost to the point of harassment. And the one kid, Felix, he whipped the ball at Anthony's chest from point-blank range, and then he put his hands on him.
This is the kind of thing that's happened before. Look, Anthony gets provoked.
It seems so this time, based on what Officer Tantino witnessed. But all his prior schools seem to describe a ticking time bomb.
And we discussed his antisocial behavior. With this new development, I really think that he needs to go to an alternative school setting. I'm sorry.
Look, he's already in a special ed class, and I really don't want him any more labeled.
I'm sorry, Ms. Rodriguez, but his past is so very, very troubling.
Look, Dr. Kanchi, what if I was personally responsible for Anthony?
What?
I mean, I'm here as the school resource officer. I'm supposed to be teaching kids. What if I focus all my energy and concentrate on just one student? I'm a veteran police officer and a seasoned black belt. I know I could help that kid curb his violence. I could help him control it, and maybe even find out what causes it.
Okay, I'm sure if he was under your constant supervision, you could protect the other students. But you don't have any education or experience working with autistic children, do you?
You're right, I don't have any training or expertise in autism, but that kid made direct eye contact with me. Now, that's not usual with autistic kids, am I right?
That's absolutely right.
I mean, I've been around the block a few times, and I know a few things about combat. There was something strange going on with that kid when he was fighting those boys. Something that took him completely out of his cocoon. I want the opportunity to train Anthony. I know that through the martial arts, I can help him cultivate and develop those incredible skills he has.
You not only want us to keep him in high school, but you want us to allow you to teach him how to fight even more.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna teach you some grappling, Anthony. Now watch this. Show him the armbar. Anthony, pay attention. Now I have Glenn's arm, and if he doesn't tap, his arm's gonna break.
I hope you got this kid on a short leash.
Very short. It was no small task convincing the superintendent.
I don't know, man. I really want to help this kid. Maybe we'll show him some kicks. Get your helmet on. Come on. Oh. Please, Anthony. All right, this is the roundhouse kick. I got a low kick to the thigh. Up to the ribs, nice and high. Nice head kick, Anthony. Roundhouse to the head.
I better see some results in 60 days.
See how effective that is?
Like what? How should I know? I don't know anything about retarded kids.
I want to teach you that, man. Please get it. You're gonna get it. Get up. Anthony. Anthony! Anthony! Ah!
You know, I really love you guys. You're not just my students. You're my family. I really feel like I'm letting you down. I mean, is it me? Or is it you? Riley, you got your ass kicked at a party. Is it me? Or is it you? And a week before that, Toby, you got your tooth knocked out in a bar fight. Is it me? Or is it you? And Felix, my prize, my top student, a brilliant pugilist, an 18-year-old high school senior who's never lost a tournament fight, 5-0 beaten MMA stars with years of experience. And you get your ass kicked in gym class by an autistic kid? So I ask you again, is it me or is it you? Is it me or is it you? It's me! 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 It's me.
What about his father, a certain criminal, a man responsible for probably many deaths?
So then, why should he worry about letting his father go? He couldn't be expected to do everything right. He couldn't be loyal to everything all at once.
Still teaching that American literature. Private lesson, I'm assuming.
That's the only kind I do now. Katerina, can you give me a minute?
Of course, Professor Cooper.
How is New Jersey?
I have a problem in our other world. There's this cop. He's gotten so far under my skin. I just want to rip his throat out. I just want to kill him.
Focus. Streamline.
Think about what you need. The cop has been training this kid, and he's embarrassed my most prized student.
Sounds simple.
Well, it's more complicated. The kid, he's like handicapped. He's autistic.
Do you remember how I taught you to fight? Our creed?
Not only do I remember it, Sensei, I teach it.
Then live it. Modify your officer in every way that you can. In every aspect of his life.
And the student?
You owe your student your loyalty. And remember, you can't be expected to be loyal to everything all at once. Katerina,
Yes.
where were we?
Here.
Megan, come in here for a moment, please. Hello? Felix, I want you to come here before school tomorrow morning. We're going to start a new type of training. I need you to run a criminal case history for me.
On who?
Nick Tantino.
But he's a cop.
So I'm investigating him.
About what?
Fraud. Falsifying his law enforcement job application.
Aren't we a little past the statute of limitations?
Just listen to me for a second. I heard a story about him. I just want to find out if it's true. If it is, then lying on his application will be the least of his troubles. But it's what I need to legally investigate him.
So you want me to do this at the office?
Of course. Where else?
How's Anthony been doing? Has he been taking any interest in the martial arts training?
Not yet. I can't get him to say 2 words to me. I don't know if he's absorbing the techniques or
He's
trying
been talking about you here at home.
He has, really?
Yeah, and for him to talk about someone so quickly is unusual. Anthony, dinner! You know, most autistic kids lose a previously acquired ability to speak sentences or even words.
But Anthony?
No, Anthony has actually progressed. There's high-functioning autism, sometimes called PDD, NOS, and then there's diagnostic categories such as Rett syndrome and Fragile X syndrome. This disorder is very confusing. I mean, there are some autistic kids that have the messiest desks at school, and there are some with the neatest ones. But there's one unifying factor. All have difficulty communicating and interacting with others. Anthony, dinner!
There it is.
Yeah. My brother sure does communicate when he wants to. Through aberrational, reflexive, and fighting skills. How do we figure this out? How do we put this to a positive use?
You know, I think I have somebody that I can bring into the fold that can really help us.
Another martial arts instructor?
Well, sort of.
Hi, Dr. Reno.
And who the fuck are you?
I'm Glenn. I work for Nick.
So he sent some lackey to pick me up from the train.
Can I take your bags?
Do it. I'm kind of fucking idiot, no. You can't take my bags. Just take me to Nick. Come on, get your ass moving. Get up, you lazy bastard.
Dr. Reno.
Good to see you, kid. So, I'm staying here?
Of course not. I got a nice hotel room picked out for you.
Hell no, I'm staying on site in this environment. I just meant, is this dump my room?
I'll put you in another dump room.
Don't you know how to treat a guest? Pick up my fucking bags. Take them to my room.
Yes, sir.
All right, get your ass moving.
You're never gonna fall down on me again. Remember, we don't fight fair, we fight to win. Now say it. We don't fight fair. We fight to
Zane!
win. No.
Tantino's rap sheet is clean.
Shit.
And I felt really awkward pulling his file.
Is everybody a pussy here?
Zane.
I'm sorry.
Look, as prosecutors, I know we have the right to investigate, but I'm real unclear of what we're doing here.
Call it.
Russell.
I think he killed somebody.
What?
Like 20 years ago.
But how? When? Where? How could it be a cop if he killed somebody?
I don't know.
Give me 50. Okay, listen to me. In my office, there's a promotional agreement for a professional bout in Jersey City. I want you to extend that agreement to Tantino and his student.
I don't understand. Do you want to fight Tantino or do you want to prosecute him?
Both. Get out of here. Come on!
Doc, this is the file with all Anthony's.
Did you forget I make my own observations? There's nothing in that file that will help this boy. Right? You stupid prick!
Dr. Reno, easy.
Ah! What's wrong with this kid?
So that's it?
Certainly not, you buffoon. We're gonna have to get down and dirty. Dig into his mind. Get rough with him. God damn it. Get his sister down here. We need their help.
Got it.
Judge Dimitro isn't really nuts, Your Honor. You understand that?
That depends how you look at it.
How so?
Standing naked in front of his house is kind of crazy.
Well...
But he was smart enough to hire the two prettiest lawyers in town.
We're from the same firm, Your Honor.
And you have a smart boss.
I am the boss.
Then the charge will go away? I mean, it was his house, and he thought he was walking into the bathroom, but he accidentally went out the front door.
Well, I shouldn't talk about the case without the prosecutor.
But can you give us a hint?
That Judge Dimitro sure is a smart man. Court is adjourned for today, ladies.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You know, 30 years back, I could kick higher than you and hit much harder, you son. Oh, Jesus. I didn't mean to make it a challenge.
You know I never hurt you, Doc. Anthony, that kid's the challenge. I'm gonna really need your help with him.
We've got a challenge for you.
Come on in, baby.
Zane Carroll's promoting about 10 professional fights, all weight classes.
My buddy Zane Carroll, huh? Where's this gonna take place?
Jersey City.
And who does he want to fight?
Is this your student?
No, I'm the teacher, honey.
Aren't you a lawyer or something?
And a black belt.
Wow, what a woman. Hey, take a swing at me, baby.
Wait a minute. He wants Anthony to have a professional fight in less than a month. What is he thinking?
It's against Felix. He already knocked him out in school. Well, I'll tell him the offer's rejected.
No. Hold on. You got a pen?
I'm only in town for a few days, so why don't we have a little pre-fight?
Who is this guy?
Don't ask him. He doesn't know how to treat a lady. Come by my room. It's kind of a dump, but I can show you moves maybe that you never even heard of.
So it's on.
Give that to Mr. Carroll.
Yeah. Show me the moves.
I'll see you in, let's say, an hour.
I'll see you and your sensei in Jersey City.
Wow.
I want to do something for you.
Well, I hope it's something better than that rhyme.
Oh, it is.
Do it.
All right. Well, it's called Push Up for Love. Yeah, because you a hottie, and I love your body, and I want to get real naughty. So I do these push-ups, baby. Push-ups for love. Yeah.
Can we just go get something to eat?
Nah, I got like 3 more. One push-up more for love. All right, let's go.
Whoa. What's brown and hides in the attic? The Diary of Anne Frank. I don't get it.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Of course not. Come on. Come on.
And who?
Really going in town in that bag, big guy. Hey, Doc, here's Dutch and that kid.
Oh, hey. So, this is my specimen, huh? Yeah. Come with me, my son. So you're the smart ass who's going to help me figure out this conundrum, huh?
It's a conundrum.
You asshole.
What was that? What's going on?
I'm back to falsely arresting criminals. Is that an oxymoron?
Get out of here. Cassie, time out. I know it looks bad, but trust me, it's all under control. Believe it or not, this is my team.
Cassie, you came. Cassie, you came.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
Atta boy. Good job, champ.
Come on, you grimy little sea urchin. Come on. I want you to talk.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Don't be a wise ass.
Doc, we don't need him. We can do whatever this is without him.
You, hit the bricks! Hit the bricks! Oh, come on, hit the bricks. Hit the bricks, you motherfucker. Out of here!
Means leave. Let's go.
I'm Dr. Reno.
Are you a medical doctor?
He's a psychiatrist, one of the best.
Yeah, Meathead knows this from personal experience. You're Anthony's sister?
Yeah, this is really unusual. He doesn't normally rock like this.
And that's because he's not your usual autistic.
I should take him home.
No!
With all due respect, Dr. Reno, I don't even know you.
Your brother is a savant! Stop rubbing his fucking arm.
He's autistic. He's not an idiot savant.
He's an autistic savant. Tú eres un estúpido pendejo, Antonio, huh? Calm down, relax, calm down. Just relax. Anthony understands Spanish with feelings like any other person, huh?
But we don't even communicate in Spanish.
He knows it innately.
¿Verdad, Antonio?
Cassie. Rod Crew, 1977 MVP American League. National League, 1977 MVP George Foster.
An autistic savant is a person who has an exceptional skill.
In 1977, when Rod Carew won American League MVP.
About 10% of people with autism are savants.
Equals 388 batting average.
The most common are splinter skills. This is a person with a hobby, maybe great at trivia like MVPs and batting averages.
16 at bats.
And then there are those very few with prodigious skills. A person who can play an entire Mozart concerto on the piano after hearing it only once. Or a kid who has fifth-degree black belt abilities because he saw a Bruce Lee movie. It's believed that there are less than 25 autistic savants in the world who hold prodigious skills, and Anthony is one of them. Even more confounding, it seems, that Anthony has two savant skills.
The Spanish.
Yes, that's clearly not a prodigious skill because he only seems to fully relate to the language when something harshly negative said to him. Probably a splinter skill.
But Doc, let me ask you a question. How'd you figure out the whole Spanish thing?
Can I take your main course?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Can't you see we're talking here? Get your ass out of here. So, how did I figure it out? I asked that punk Juan how the fight started. They cursed at Anthony in Spanish.
That's it? You got it from just that?
No, Pencilhead, I read that thick file you gave me. What the fuck's the matter with you? Almost every kid he got into a fight with had a Spanish last name. The one school he went to had a very small Hispanic population. That's why he had only one fight there. But that St. Joe's was chock full of Latinos. Thus, the 14 fights. This isn't brain surgery, huh?
So now we have to get Anthony to understand Spanish in all different areas. Not only when it gets him angry. Dr. Reno, can you continue to help us?
No.
No, what do you mean, Doc? We really need you here.
No. Well, he needs practical help. This isn't a mind that can be manipulated by a psychiatrist. You just needed the right doctor to learn what the real deal is. And now you got to use that karate room in the Spanish language to hone those skills, and I ain't going to be around when you're calling him a dickhead in Spanish. No way. Where the hell is the waiter? I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here at Anthony's karate school. Mixed martial arts, judo, karate, whatever. It's all the same thing. No, the cops didn't bring me here again. I came by myself because I'm gonna kick this kid's ass.
All right, Anthony, all right. It's time to get going. Come on.
That was just luck. I wasn't looking. Well, I guess Felix wasn't looking either. Elizabeth, shut up. You're talking a bunch of crap. I know you were there. I'm telling you, it was just dumb luck. Haven't you ever seen me box? I'm faster than Mahatma Gandhi. Well, that's what I mean, Muhammad Ali. And you see how many push-ups I could do? I would have did more if it wasn't for those stupid cops. Anyway, I gotta go, all right? And you're gonna eat your words, because I'm gonna kick his ass.
Hi, Juan.
You know, back in the day, I could take those punches and kicks from that kid.
Better than I ever could.
Oh, hell no, not better than you, Nick. Not too long ago, you were on your way to being the best. Let the killing side track you.
You know, Doc, some people are dead. And deservedly so. I have no regrets.
Yeah, I agree. But think about this, Nick. You became a cop, not a professional fighter. Sidetracked you. But I think now you're back on track. Help that kid.
Thanks, Doc. Good to see you.
God bless you, baby.
Stay well.
All right, I'm out of here. Arrivederci.
Ladies and gentlemen, today a message needs to be sent. A message not only heard in Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and New York City, but also right here in New Jersey. A message to the police department, to the prosecutor's office, and to the public at large. Stop the corruption. Stop arresting innocent people and altogether ruining their lives. Stop the power abuse. That's the beginning of a closing argument. Now here's the important message that I want to tell all of you today. I know that Miss Gauze told you earlier that my brother Anthony has some very rare and remarkable abilities. But he needs some help to use these abilities in a good way. He needs help from me, from Officer Tantino, from Miss Gauze, and other teachers here at Hawthorne High. He also needs your help. Will you help him?
Anthony, I'll help you.
All right, everyone, clap if you will help your friend Anthony.
Come on, guys, let's go.
I'll try to.
I'm in. All right, Juan, what about you?
Oh, come on, Miss Gauze.
Tell Anthony that you'll be his friend. In Spanish.
Miss Gauze.
All is forgiven, Juan. Please help.
Yo soy tu amigo. Yo soy tu amigo.
1, 2, 5, 3. That's very close, Elizabeth. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Y Antonio, vamos a trabajar mucho y duro. Vamos a pelear y vamos a ganar. Y te prometo, aquí de nada se va a meter en el camino.
Nick and Anthony. Nick and Anthony. Nick and Anthony. Nick and Anthony win.
And that's it. Basic wrestling move. It's a good technique. I want you to learn it. SL glide step. Okay? Yeah, try to follow along, man. You could do this. Come on. Level change, drop the knee, penetrate, shooting. Take somebody right to the mat. Level change, drop the knee, penetrate, shooting. Can you do it, Anthony? Yeah, you think? Okay. Tell you what, Ententa, maricón, pendejo, carajo. Oh, yeah, oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about, kid. Way to go. Let's get it on. Come on. Get the hands. Ha, 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 ha. Come on. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, yeah, nice. Whoa, easy. Oh, easy. That's it. High five. Come on. Stand up for bunch.
Music, art, mathematics, and other skills such as knowing the time without seeing a clock or committing a map to memory are found in autistic savants.
Come on, 21. 22, get that stuff apart, come on. 23.
Aside from memory, other factors that assist a savant in honing their skills include the ability to focus and concentrate, the desire to practice endlessly, positive reinforcement from family, friends, and teachers.
Watch out, come on, defend it!
In rare cases, the person may be unusually gifted in languages. El primer presidente de los Estados Unidos fue el famoso general de Virginia, George Washington. Thomas Jefferson fue más que el tercer presidente americano, él fue también hombre de Estado.
Get that head down. Good. Move. Attaboy.
Anthony, write it in Spanish. Every autistic brain may have untapped savant skills.
Get ready for the ass-kicking of your life, Savant Boy. In the cage.
What's the matter? You don't have the guts to say it to him in Spanish? And that doesn't even affect you?
I shouldn't. Herbert Hoover was a president during the Great Depression.
Say it in Spanish.
Herbert Hoover fue el presidente durante la depresión. Arruinó su carrera.
Anthony, I just don't understand.
Was that Felix, my student I just saw leave here?
Yes, and he was just threatening my brother.
So this is Anthony.
Yes.
Look, I'm really sorry about Felix. I had a feeling he was gonna head down here. You know, I'm gonna straighten him right out. 1,000 laps around the gym, I promise you.
Sure, Zane.
Really, all he needs is a little bit of charm school.
Of course, and you're probably the headmaster of that school.
I am.
Go sit in the car.
Nice ride.
I think yours might be a bit more expensive, Magnum.
You know, I really think this fight's gonna be great for these two kids. Teaches them discipline. It's in a controlled environment.
Nick says the same thing.
Nick, I really need to talk to you about Nick.
I don't think this is an appropriate conversation, Zane.
Anthony would be much better off training at my school. Lawyer to lawyer?
Speak, Mr. Attorney.
Nick Tantino's not the man you think he is.
Goodbye.
He killed someone, Cassie. In a fight in cold blood. Is that the type of man you want training, Anthony?
Prove it to me.
I will. Bet your sweet ass I will.
That was fantastic. I'm so glad we got together again. After all this time. You were on fire. I guess fighting keeps you strong. Pass me the strawberries. These past few months have been so lonely. If I'm telling the truth, the past year, really. I want another kiss.
You know, I could see us rekindling those old high school flames. Jill, I need you to tell me something. Something about Nick. It'll really help me with the divorce. The more you help me, the more I can help you. I mean, the truth is, he doesn't even deserve this house. He doesn't even deserve half of it. Okay? Did I tell you how beautiful you are? Did I?
Hey, what you doing?
Something I couldn't do in the prosecutor's office. Huh?
This isn't true.
It's Nick Tantino's international rap sheet.
This says he was charged but not convicted of murdering somebody in Italy when he was 22. This isn't real.
Doesn't matter. He did kill somebody in Italy. Who cares if he was never charged? This is in the International Criminal Justice computer system now, because I added it. When he applied to be a cop, there was no international computer system. So now it's been discovered. I want you to give it to Cassie tomorrow, okay?
Okay, Zane.
Thank you.
Nice work, Cassie.
See you at the office?
Nope. I am going to get a beer. Okay. Maybe two.
Hello, Sandra.
Always a pleasure, Megan.
Cassie, I'd love to speak to you.
That's funny, Megan, because I wanted to speak with you as well.
I bet my conversation's more interesting than your conversation.
I'm not so sure about that. Do you know Jill, Nick's soon-to-be ex-wife?
Sure. Real bombshell. Hard act to follow.
Yeah. It seems that Jill likes to videotape herself with men. A new hobby. Yeah. And it also seems that Zane wanted to hear that Nick was a murderer. And when Jill told him that that just wasn't the case, Zane didn't like that very much, so he cut her off. Now Jill's a wee bit upset.
Well, what you'll see in this file is also not true. It's another phony act from Zane.
Trenton's the capital of New Jersey. Trenton, the capital. Patterson, Passaic, Camden, Jersey City.
Come on,
Newark.
Anthony, fight back.
Big cities. Trenton, the
At
capital.
least block.
Trenton, the capital. Patterson, Passaic, Camden, Jersey
try
City,
it.
Newark.
Maricon, idioto, pendejo. Tap, tap.
Woohoo! Yeah! What was that?
That was a flying armbar. I've been training in martial arts for a long time. I can never master that move.
Nick nunca podría hacer eso.
Él seguramente pudiera, si yo trabajara con él.
Anthony, ve al cuarto de pesos a levantar unos kilos, okay? Wow.
He is doing so good. I mean, I get energized every time I work with him. His progress, it's amazing.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, he's on again, off again, and I mean, I don't think he'll ever be totally cured, but the improvements are just unbelievable.
You know, I wonder why I never responded to Spanish before, unless it was something violent.
Yeah, I mean, we never spoke it at home. We're completely Americanized. I mean, I only know Spanish from taking classes, and Anthony never learned it at school. Kids rarely even spoke to him. I mean, they spoke in front of him, but I think there's a big difference. He was never nurtured in Spanish.
You know, what worries me is that Felix knows that, and he's not going to be cursing at him on the night of the fight.
Do you know what he just said to me? He just said that you can master that move if he worked on it with you.
He did not say
He did say that.
Are you sure he said
I'm
that?
sure, I'm positive.
Well, I'll tell you, Jack, we got a lot of excitement in this place tonight.
Now, Richard Winfield is sheer muscle with some serious jiu-jitsu skills.
These guys got energy going. This is the way to fight. Ooh, what happened to Henderson's box? Winfield's punching his lights out.
Y el negro y blanco se han desaparecidos. Solo él se para como un hombre primero y hombre último.
This is crazy. This is an all-out street brawl. Unbelievable.
Look at this guy hit. Oh! I tell you what, if I got hit in one of those, I'd be in the back row here.
I'm telling you.
Por años él ha viajado algunas veces solo, pero más en grupos. Él ha probado los sabores de la vida.
Here we go, round two. Mickey Nettles tore Roy Rivers apart in the first one. But this guy's an incredible grappler. He's got skills in every area, but it's on the mat where he really shines. What? Oh, my goodness. Man, he can really rob a punch.
This one's gonna be a bloody finish. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what's a fight without the flip at the end? Well, I'll tell you, Jack, we got a lot of excitement in this place tonight. Now, I just love this story, Al. Two 18-year-old high schoolers, Felix Sanchez, who's already fought and won in 5 professional fights, and Anthony Rodriguez, an autistic savant who fights with magic from within.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to fight.
Not Anthony.
No, not Anthony. Why don't you sit down for a minute? Look, your brother's got incredible talent. But these prodigious fighting skills, they only come out when he's taunted in Spanish. Felix knows that, and I'm sure he's gonna do everything he can to speak to him strictly in English. Even if I'm on the sideline yelling nasty things to him in Espanol, it's too much of a risk. We'll continue to work out, but I found the training has helped him so much mentally, and that's so much more important. I don't want to see him get in that cage and make a spectacle of himself, and I'm not going to let him get hurt.
I'm falling in love with you.
I'm already in love.
So you're gonna fight Felix instead?
No. I'm going to fight Zane Carroll.
Oh my goodness! And there it is. Another fight comes to an end. The crowd is on their feet. The people got their money's worth tonight. And we haven't even hit the main event.
Gotta tell you though, Grady, this next one is the one that I've been waiting for.
It's time to win, Nick.
Win, Nick. Win, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen!
What's this? They're saying there's a change in the fight lineup.
Nick Tantino, the cop, pulled Rodriguez at the last second. Any reason why?
We don't know why. But I tell you, there's an awful lot of animosity between he and Zane Carroll, the prosecutor.
In the red corner, fighting out of the Spitfire Academy in Hawthorne, New Jersey, standing 6 feet 2 inches and weighing 215 pounds, Zane, the Persecutor Carroll!
You see, both senseis are from the same New Jersey town. Neither has fought professionally in years, but both were stars on the rise.
And in the blue corner, also fighting out of Hawthorne, New Jersey, representing the Hawthorne Institute of Martial Arts, standing 6 feet and weighing in at 225 pounds, Nick the Lawman Tantino! Your referee, Samad Raphael.
All right, gentlemen, you know exactly what time it is. I want a good, clean fight. You obey my commands at all times. Gentlemen, tap gloves and back up. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Fight!
Oh! Nick Tantino disrespected right off the bat right I'll tell you, this isn't a cop you want to meet on the street. Oh, straight right by Nick.
Yeah! Come on, Nick!
He's got to switch it up. Yeah. That's a low blow to the corner by Zane Carroll.
He's in trouble.
He's got him in trouble now.
Come on, you. Cover up. Okay. All right, you got it.
El vuelo de arma de vara. Yo le enseño a Nick.
It appears as if you've succeeded with the kid. I think we'll take you back on patrol.
It's if I don't want to retire.
Once a blue, always a blue.
Don't retire just yet. That armor's lucky. I'll fight you again right now.
Hey, what do you say to a prosecutor that just got his ass kicked in a fight? You have the right to remain silent. You're under arrest.
For what?
How about official misconduct? For initiating an illegitimate law enforcement investigation against Nick? For tampering with government computers and creating a false rap sheet?
None of this crap will hold up in court.
You have the right to an attorney. You know that already. If you can't afford an attorney, sell the Ferrari.
Let's go. Come on, the time can't beat you. Come on, it's Zane Carroll and he's beating you. Want a soda?
No soda. No soda. Cassie says no soda.
Anthony, orange juice or water?
Milkshake. I want a milkshake.
There you go. You got your order.
Want a milkshake too?
No, stick with the water. Anthony, you want to try the tire? ¿Quieres oír un secreto?
¿De Zane?
Más o menos. I better tell you this in English. You're probably not going to totally get it, which is okay. But at least I'll get it off my chest. You see, Zane was trying to convince your sister that I killed somebody. A long time ago in Italy, I went to visit my grandfather. He wasn't paying to the people that he was supposed to pay to, so he sent some guys over to his house to straighten him out. I saw what they were doing to him, Anthony, and snapped, you know. You understand what I'm telling you? So no me entiendes.
Esos hombres recibieron justicia. Igual a Zane. Y dile a Cassie que ella entenderá también.
Voy a hacerlo. I will tell her. Atta boy. Come on, don't stop. Go harder.